What's the hardest food to peel?
Welcome to Mythical More. We are going to appeal to your senses by peeling things that we sense might be difficult to peel and then ranking them. I also want to tell you about experiencing a once in a lifetime, well, I guess I could go back,
No, you can
experience of a sound bath in a structure called the Integratron
Oh, I've always wanted to go to
in the
that.
desert of Landers, California, which is outside of Joshua Tree. Yeah, we both wanted to do it. Well, Christy and I went off and did it, and I'm gonna tell you about it.
Recommend? TBD.
You'll see.
Can I just say,
Yes,
I don't think you need to be peeling your kiwis. Can we just start there?
you just
I
want
think
to
you've talked
bite
about
it.
eating a kiwi whole before, and I started doing it
Everybody
after
thinks
you.
it's crazy, but it's great.
I do it. I totally agree now.
It's nutritious, but
Chappie looking at me like I'm crazy.
it's just, I mean, I think because it looks like a kangaroo's
Now, it's very
scrotum, I think that you don't want to bite it, but it's already detached from the kangaroo. Kangaroo don't feel it.
Now,
If you were
this
to
one's
peel
not
it,
ripe enough to really enjoy, but when it's ripe,
how
the skin is softer. You don't eat that part.
are you supposed to go? I know how to peel a carrot. That was one of the
So
tasks.
that's what all the fiber is.
Yeah, this is one of the tasks that my mom gave me in the kitchen when I was little. I would always like to peel the carrots, which shouldn't be done.
Your mom
should-
just stood there watching you while you peeled your carrot.
You shouldn't peel a carrot either, because, yeah, you should just wash it and eat it. Like,
Because you're getting good stuff out
this
of it.
is fine. This is fine. You just wash it.
Sometimes you can clean it with friction. Show them how you do that. You just clean it with friction.
Clean it. It's the heat that does it.
The heat does it. Kills the bacteria. Man, I'm sorry.
But there
We're
is-
so immature. I'm sorry.
There is
We
something
keep trying to not be, and then we get pulled back into it.
satisfying
Every
about
day.
seeing it just glisten
mean,
and orange.
Every day I sit down and I think to
I
myself,
don't have to keep doing it.
I'm not gonna do a dumb joke. You know, I sit down and I say that to myself.
But then you can't not do it.
I wake up and I'll be like, don't be an idiot today. You know, you're a man. You're a 48-year-old man. Like, you don't need to put 2 kiwis next to a carrot and laugh.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that.
Yeah.
You don't have to do this.
Well, you
But
kind
then you do it and you're like, oh, it's so fun.
but you kind of have to do it. Kind of have to do it. Oh, how did that happen?
Whoa.
It's hard to peel a carrot. I just showed you how not to peel a carrot. This is completely unnecessary.
But I don't think that was too hard for you.
This was so easy, dude. This is the best.
The reason I started not peeling these is because they were so difficult to peel. Because what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to use one of these?
I don't think so.
How do y'all that peel your kiwis?
You slice them.
I use a knife or a really good peeler. I don't
I-
believe anything you're saying about eating this kiwi. That's weird.
You should try.
Yeah, you eat the skin on a tater?
Can you give me that knife over there?
It's fuzzy.
Yeah, you ever had a peach?
I don't like eating peaches. You're fuzzy.
Okay, if you don't like fuzzy things.
Stop being so specifically opinionated about food textures, okay?
All right.
Like this kind of thing?
And then you're left with this juicy, glistening green.
You could also cut it in
Dang.
half and then like spoon out the kiwi. But
That's a good idea.
I would not do that because you want
Just eat it whole.
These aren't ripe enough, and then it's getting too mushy to do something like that. And isn't that a beautiful cross section?
Because then you just go in like this.
Kinda. He's having a difficult.
These are not very ripe, but you get the idea. I mean, you get the idea. You understand. You understand.
So the carrots are very easy to peel. Onions.
Vitamin C.
How do you? I mean,
Yeah, onions is just
rub this too, right?
onions. You just take this little twister and pull it off.
Oh, that thing? Mine doesn't have one. Hold on.
That's how you grab the twister, not the root.
The twister?
Yeah.
You grab the twister and what?
And that helps to
Twist
release
it?
the layers.
So you pull this off. But show me what you said. I don't know. You're gonna pull that off?
You grab the twisters, and I never done it before. I just did it. It worked on mine. It worked really well on that one.
Oh, you made it up.
I mean, what I would do with this,
I've been
if I was
duped.
faced, this is a perfect onion. Well, I mean, honestly, what I would do with it is I would take this and I would cut this off like this. And then I try not to cut and then I would just peel this off. And then we made a whole video about this one
Yeah,
time.
and I forgot.
And
cut it
ever since we made that video, I cut my onions that exact same way. But this isn't about cutting onions, this is about peeling onions. And that's beautiful. But I think you have to cut that part off. And you always want to leave this part, which I think is the root part.
What you call the twisty.
And no, the twisties cuts off and the root part stays. Mm-hmm. And then you want to keep that intact while you're cutting.
And then the way that we learned to cut from Rachel Ray was
You slice this in half. This knife isn't big enough.
I
You slice this in half and then you put it face down. I'll just do it. I'll do it with a small knife. You split it in half, right, on this thing.
it's kind of coming back to me.
This.
And then you lay it
And then you lay it
face
like
down,
this.
and then you start cutting into it.
You can slice like this, but it's technically already sliced like that because it's in layers. So I actually just cut it like this, and I just come down like this knife is not for slicing onions, but you get a good knife, and you get very, very thin like that, and then they come off. That's like a nice sliced onion if you want something like that.
But if you want
So if,
cubes,
then you cut into it like this.
oh yeah,
Like
you
this.
cut into it. That's the chicken.
You do that.
Yeah, and then you turn it.
So you see, I'm not going to go all the way through, and then you cut it like this.
Oh yeah.
It's like that. Thank you, Rachel.
I wish I could do that. Can't do it.
And then look, those are nice. Those
Not
are
allowed.
nice.
Not allowed. So back in 1957, a retired Air Force person was abducted by aliens. And then he came back with the the blueprints to design a special domicile, actually looked like a dome, that would then rejuvenate the human body through electromagnetic fields. It had to be built in a very specific way.
A geodesic dome?
That included, no, maybe so. It's like I was reading on the Wikipedia. His name is Van Tassel. So he built this thing in order to for relaxation and rejuvenation, but he also believed that it would prolong the human life by rejuvenating cells. But then from 1957 to 1959, he erected the structure with no metal, like there's no nails or anything in it. Let's show this. Yeah, show that picture of the dome. Look, there it is right there. It just looks like the top of a silo. See, there's a door, and then when you go inside, there's steps up into the second level where that big thing is going to, the line going across, like the shelter on it. So you're up in the upper room of this thing when you go inside.
Oh, it's 2 stories.
He died before he could rejuvenate his life enough to not die.
Oh, okay.
He actually didn't finish making the whole thing.
Did you go, when you went to this thing, did you know about the alien thing before you went into it?
No, I did not. He claimed that the Integratron, as it's called, was capable of rejuvenation, anti-gravity, and time travel.
Probably not.
But again, he didn't get to have all the fun in it that now people are having in it. Christy and I
somebody
went,
bought it?
Yeah, somebody bought it in the 2000s. This is us waiting on a bench outside of it. As you can see, I'm given the hush symbol just like the picture behind me. That is not a hot dog on lips. So it's like, if you're gonna eat your hot dog, kiss it first and do it before you go into the dome. No, they had this, they wanted everybody to be quiet outside. And then you have to make a reservation.
Yeah, the one time I tried to go is reserved.
Weeks or months in advance. You can probably get 30 people at a time, don't quote me on that, in this thing. And when you go inside there, they give you an orientation downstairs, you take your shoes off. I mean, from the moment we got there to the gift shop where they gave us the ticket, at which we were waiting to go in.
This is how you do it.
Everybody was just talking about being quiet.
How far from the road is this?
It's not far from the road actually, but it's like a 2-lane road because it's out in the middle of the desert. And so now the people that have bought it, what they do is you go in there and you participate in a sound bath.
That somebody conducts.
When you get upstairs.
One of the owners or just a person?
There were probably, I saw like 8 different employees.
8 people work at that thing?
It's constantly buzzing with reservationists.
Wow.
People who've reserved. So take a look inside of this thing. You see these, you see, this is the upper floor.
Oh, I love those singing bowls.
Those are crystal singing bowls, and then in the foreground, those are cots. And they said it doesn't matter where you lay on any of these cots, you're gonna get the same experience because it's acoustically designed to reverberate sound in an amazing way.
And you know, I've got one of those, same exact one, but that I bought in Joshua Tree that's probably about this big. And I just do that one, and my whole, like, if I do it in my house, every single person in my house will be like, everybody stops what they're doing and is like, and it's like inside your head. And that's just in a non-acoustically designed house with just one of the bowls that's medium sized.
So what the player of the bowls does is they sit in the midst of these 14 bowls and they just start running a thing around it to get it to start to resonate. And then she would add another one and there would be complementary frequencies, which many believe, some believe, it is believed by people that the frequencies can be healing or aligning or at least relaxing. And it would create binaural beats, which is not like that. It's more like sound waves that then it starts to wobble. Like instead, you play one, it's like, play another one, play them both together and it goes, and it's loud. So loud. And there was probably
overwhelming.
A 30-minute session. I mean, first there was like some history about the thing once we laid on the cots, and then she got into the thing. But
do the people who run it now think that this came from aliens?
They didn't speak of it in that way. They said that he believed that.
Okay.
But they didn't seem to believe that. But they do believe in the healing properties of a proper sound bath, apparently. I mean, and they charge accordingly.
I mean, in the least, it's fun and enjoyable.
But here's the thing that they just fixated on. You got to be quiet. You can't make any sounds. Take your shoes off down here. When you go up there, once it starts, absolutely no talking. Don't put your phone on silent. You have to turn your phone all the way off.
We don't need no buzzing around here. What, y'all crazy?
You think that it's not going to buzz, but then it'll buzz, and any disruption will bring people out of the meditative trance that the bowls create.
Yeah, it's like throwing cold water in a hot bath.
So you need to respect the group to create the most pristine sound environment possible. And then, not the first time, and not the last time,
no farting.
But many times, they started talking about volitional body noises. And the first thing I thought was ripping farts. They're gonna tell me not to rip a fart in here. I mean, really? You got to tell me that? What kind of a person do you think I am? But they didn't say that. What they said was, no snoring.
Well, my wife can't go.
Now, here's the problem with snoring. You don't know you're doing it because you're asleep. Unless your snores wake you up, which, I'm not the only one with a father-in-law. Or a wife, I guess.
Jesse will snore during a massage.
So then they started
It's her
saying,
favorite time.
if somebody starts snoring, you have a snoring buddy. You have someone who will touch you,
Pops your ass.
or, and if you don't have a snoring buddy, you will be assigned one. And this stranger is not supposed to touch you. They're just supposed to touch the mat that you're on and say,
That ain't
no snoring.
No, you gotta pop him right in the face.
And they just kept saying, no snoring. If you don't turn to the person next to you and tell them stop snoring, then it will become a problem for everybody. And if it gets to be a big problem and nobody speaks up, then I, the bowl master speaking, is
They
going.
call themselves the bowl master?
That's not what they call
I
it.
doubt that.
The sound bather.
Okay.
There was another word I can't remember. She said, you don't want me to be the one to do it because then I have to stop the sound bath.
Right.
People don't want to confront snorers, but you have to do it. And I'm like, man, they just keep going on and on about this snoring. And then we lay down and we start the thing, and she plays this tone. Ooh. Next thing I know, Chrissy's like, you're snoring. You're snoring. Stop snoring. And I
You're joking.
looked at her, I was like, and then
Hold on, you went to sleep immediately? Your sleep's so daggum easy, man.
And then she's binaural. Next thing I know, you're snoring.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
It was me.
Of course it was you. Of course, I don't know why I didn't think that.
But I said, come on, I'm not. I didn't say anything at the time. We debriefed later, but I was like, I wasn't snoring. She was like, you were breathing so deeply. You know how you get those deep breaths?
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, yeah. She was like, you're like,
He breathes and chews like a Yeti.
and I knew it was about to go in. I don't snore, but I just breathe so deeply. It's like,
You might as well be.
it's like newfound wind rushing through a chasm. And so she hit me twice, and then whoop, 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 I go back in. Third time. No. She's hit me. She's like,
Were you tired?
she was like, well, it was 5 o'clock at night.
The time when almost everyone is awake.
She said the moment she started hitting them bowls, you started doing those jerk things. You're like, like, I was just like, you know how many.
Man, can't take you anywhere. Can't take she paid just to go watch you sleep.
And it was so relaxing. Those concerts were so relaxing. It was so loud, and I was just like in my own world. I mean, I needed to keep my eyes up. I needed to watch the bowls. I needed to watch them bowls. This is me afterwards.
Tired.
Once I got up, I just felt like I had.
You got you took a blanket in there?
Yeah, I took my own blanket.
Hold on, did anybody else have a blanket?
Look at my pants are made of fleece.
Yeah, you're too comfortable.
I'm wearing a sheep
That's
on
your
my
problem. You
legs.
got to learn how to be a little bit more uncomfortable. So
I was so comfortable just laying on that thing and just like jerking all over the place and deep breathing deeply. And at the end, when I was awake,
How many times did you fall asleep and how long?
3, and I think she was on me immediately. She did not want me to be there.
No, but over the course of what, 30 minutes?
30 minutes. And when I was awake towards the end, they start playing other music to signal that we're coming out of it. But at that point, I did hear somebody go, like really crank it. And then somebody was like, stop snoring. You're snoring.
To their partner?
Yeah.
It was like
You're
the way
snoring.
you would say it to a partner?
Yeah, stop snoring. So Christy just kept elbowing me.
So what we can safely say is that Chrissy didn't really enjoy herself.
Yeah.
Because over the course of 30 minutes, she was dreading
just-
you beginning to snore and then having you do it and then having to stop you.
Yeah, every time I got that bump, I was like completely disoriented. You know, I'd be like,
What do they charge for
and
this?
she would just be like staring at me.
What do they charge for this?
$38? I don't know. something like that.
I gotta go to the Integratron. Oh God.
Well, I'm glad you didn't lift that up and like.
Yeah.
stab yourself in-
I wasn't gonna move it. I wasn't gonna move it.
2 for 2.
Your phone's a little wet. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I mean, it's just like right next to me. Hold on. I got one. I got it. Oh! That was fun.
Look at that.
Like it never happened.
I recommend the Integratron. It's a great place to take a nap. The new Cockatrice Virtual Pet Pen of the Month is available Monday. Subscribe now to never miss a drop at mythical.com.